bird on a tree. I'm just sitting here. I got time.
Good morning, and today's the day that we try to escape the way. So we're dashing up to Thames Lock. It shuts for lunch at 12 and it is 11:05 now, but we've only got this last lot to do. The Thames has gone back onto amber boards, but we're hoping that it's going to be okay because we're booked out at Brentford tomorrow at 6:30, so we've got to get to Teddington Lock today. And there was torrential rain last Saturday, and this afternoon there is thunderstorms and torrential rain forecast for about 2 hours time, so we're really on a mission to get down as close as we can to Teddington today. And hopefully they'll let us out on the Thames as well, because we've been on here for 2 months now and we need to go. It's time to go. So fingers crossed. Made it to Thames Lock in time. It's just opening behind me and a boat's coming through, and it's okay to go on the Thames. Look at this as a place to live. Amazing, eh? Not that we'd be able to afford something like that, but it's nice to see they've used the old buildings well. Okay, so I've just got to go into this lock and then we're going to hightail it, turn right, straight down the Thames, and the thunderstorms look like they're coming in a bit later now, so we might just make it without getting soaked. Yes. Yeah, well, we want to get there before the thunder comes in.
Okay.
Morning. That's it, we're free. We had a yoghurt pot in the lock with us and they were all on the roof and bobbing around, and one of them's just fallen in, but they're all okay. Not a life jacket or a life belt on the boat. So anyway, we're just going to, well, we're just about to hit the Thames and everyone's saying that it's going to be very fast. So, oh, I can see it.
Yeah,
I think it's further up, my love. God, there's quite a lot of movement on there, isn't there?
nice.
There's real water flowing there. We're having to really give it welly across the flow.
Some currents there.
Woohoo! This is going to be fun. It might be as fast as the Trent last year. There's a workboat ahead and we were going to go around to the left of it, and now it's drifted out.
He's going over.
Ah, right, he's going to let you go around to the right, isn't he? That's sensible.
Right. Thanks, guys.
Cheers. That's called the Bodge, for obvious reasons. How's it feel?
It's fine now. It doesn't feel like there's a great amount of flow at the moment.
Well, I think we actually are going quite fast.
I think we're going quite rapidly. But you need to go at a reasonable speed, otherwise you don't have a lot of steering.
This is an interesting DIY job coming up. can't imagine they move very much. Very high centre of gravity. That one's got such a huge tree growing out of its fender. I can't believe that's moved in years. So we thought we'd pull in here for lunch, but the river had other ideas and pulled the front of the boat out and then the back of the boat out. So we could only get it in with ropes really, but we managed it in the end. You can't muck about with a river in flow. Lunch at Hampton Court, why not? That's the Arc Nouveau. Clever name. Well, as you can see, we're on a very busy bit of the Thames and we're moored up for the night on a tiny little island right in the middle of the river called Stephen's Islet, and it's free here for 24 hours and Teddington Lock is within sight, but it's quite expensive to moor up there, so we're down here and then we're going to just shoot up there for the crack of dawn tomorrow to get the tide. Well, it's about 5:30 in the morning and I'm just going to release the tiller arm. We had to tie it up to the bikes last night because the canoes going past continually were making it slap back and forth. They went on till quite late and the boat was rocking a lot, and then the geese were fighting and the ducks were eating the algae from the side, and then finally about 5 o'clock this morning the RNLI went shooting past on an emergency call and we just gave up trying to sleep. So we're going to go and get down to the lock early. The weir by the lock is completely level, which means it must be right at the top of the tide, because usually it's storming down there. And that's it, through the lock. There was literally a 1-inch drop because the it's all leveled out because the tide's so high. We've got about 10 minutes and then the tide will turn and it will be pulling us down. So all we've got to do then is get down to Brentford and hope we can get into the tricky turning without bashing anything. Well, that's it. We're off the Thames, through Brentford and back on the Grand Union Canal, and we found a couple of live wires that are going to do the handrail flight with us, which will make life easier. So we're cracking on. It's not even just gone 7:30. We've not even had breakfast yet, so we're going to have it on the go today. But that's nice, the sun's out and we can just look forward to a nice day's cruising. so happy to see loads of litter pickers, because the bit from Brentford up to Bulls Bridge is very, very neglected. So here we are, ended up in Perivale, and we like it here. It's a really quick hop into London. There's an underground 2 minutes walk down the road, but it's like you're in the country here. Just that way is Hanger Lane and on into Ealing Broadway. But on the other side of the canal is a big nature reserve, Horsenden Nature Reserve, that we're just going to go and explore. And down that way is Paddington in the centre of London. It's lovely, it's quiet here, really quiet. It's sort of an underrated spot here, I think. Anyway, we're just going to go and walk over to the nature reserve and check it out. There's a beautiful garden over there and lots of hedge laying going on. And up there is a cafe and a microbrewery, which isn't open today, just as well. And then a beautiful little garden here. Little cosy spots to sit. And we're going to take a walk and see what's on the rest of the reserve. And this is everything that can be discovered through the seasons. This is amazing to think it's just on the edge of London. There's lots of brush that's been laid around, which makes a good habitat, I think, for hedgehogs and insects and things. I love this cow parsley time of year. It's so pretty, although it doesn't smell as good as it looks. That made me jump out of my skin when I saw it just now. You can hear the police sirens over in the distance, but much closer are the sound of the birds. Oh, and we're at the top, I think. Wow. And way over there in the distance, well, not that far actually, is that London, just through that gap.
Amazing, isn't it?
It is, totally. I've got to say, if you're on a boat and you're coming down to London, it's worth mooring at Perivale, Bridge 13, just to come here. It's 90 hectares, so you couldn't do it all in a day. And it is absolutely gorgeous. Who knew? just over there is a green woodpecker. Wow. Well, that's it for this week. A few more days here and then we're into King's Cross for a week or so before we turn around, come back here, and then we're off to Wales. I can't wait to get properly moving. So we'll see you on the next one. Bye for now. Bye.
Like a bird on a tree, I'm just sitting